YouTube? This is Techie Jess coming at ya. Guys, I just had the worst malfunction that could possibly ever happen to a speed drawing artist. My actual program I was using, ScreenFlow, cut out when I was recording it. For whatever reason, it just stopped. I lost all the footage I had of this recording for you guys. This was supposed to be an Ellen DeGeneres kind of playoff doodle for you guys, and it failed epically. So I've been getting a ton of requests about how I do my drawings. I know this isn't what I was expecting to put out for you guys, but hear me out. I'm gonna make it the best I possibly can, and I'm just gonna go over my process in here with my layers. I can't show you guys the footage because it's gone. It is gone. But I'm gonna try and tell you guys the techniques I use and how I actually put together a caricature from here. So first of all, we're gonna just clear all the layers. My first layer I put down, you guys will see this in my doodles. You can look at my other doodles just to see my process and how it actually works. But my first part of it, I actually do a blue type color of some kind. And as you guys can see, I have multiple colors here because when I'm drawing, I sometimes lose myself in the blue and I need a different color and I go over it. And pretty much this is my layer to screw up. It doesn't matter if I have lines overlaying. See how I've got just random lines just everywhere. It's my screw up layer. It's my layer to get shape, and it's to get something that I call, and well, art people call, gesture. Gesture is to create movement. A lot of people think that drawing is just drawing and outlining. When you just draw and outlining, you're not going to get form. You're not going to get anything close to form. And it's going to look flat. It's going to look 2D. And you can say things are 2D, like the Lion King, stuff like that. That's 2D. But they start off with this type of shape in here. They start off with the circle and they build off of it. Or they start off with the square and they build off of it. And you can kind of see here all my lines and how I actually came up with this. I never just draw an outlining unless it's something simple, maybe here like the skirt. But I had already gotten the shape of the body and how I wanted it. So that is always the first layer. As you guys can see here, it's very, very, very rough. My next layer I do is my lining. And my lining is the permanent shape, what I actually want the whole entire thing to look like and how it's going to hold itself together. So I'm just going to show you that here. So see, the black lining is over top of the blue. You can actually see here, I do really correct it a lot. You can see that I don't follow the lines completely. Here is a really good example of that. I change the lining as I go. So my blue copy or my blue layer isn't necessarily the permanent shape that I'm planning on doing. It's very rough. It's basically like a guideline, like a blueprint. And then my lining is just to make that permanent so I know where to fill in my color, I know my shape and what's going on. So as you guys can see here, this is a play for Ellen DeGeneres because she dances all the time. I made her into a hula girl because when I think dancing, I think of a hula girl, or I think of a bobblehead. I made it funny. I made her a bobblehead. Next is I always do skin first. Skin for me is the hardest, and I know you guys watch my stuff and it makes it look easy because it's sped up. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work. So don't think that to every artist on the planet that doing skin is a cinch, because it's really not. It's hard. But this is pretty much that layer of what it looks like in here. And as you guys can see, I don't stay in the lines completely. I use layers to block out certain things. So I did add some purple here at the top, and it's going into her hair, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to cover it up with the next layer, and it's actually gonna complete the drawing. So for me, it's not that big of a deal. If you guys are drawing on one layer, it is, because colors are going to mesh into each other, and I do that a lot with skin. My fellow students at school don't understand how I do things in like 4 layers, 3 or 4 layers. But for me, it's easier because I blend all my colors to make the skin look proper. So what I usually do with the skin is I start off with a really, really light color. So I pick out the local tone. That's what I call it. So I look at, here, I've got Ellen DeGeneres' face here. I look at her face and I look for the main color. Obviously, I made her a little bit lighter here because I wanted the skin to look very, very feminine, very bright. But I did take a local tone from here, put it all over the face, and if I had the recording, you guys would see that, but I don't have the recording. And then after that, I start adding a little bit of shading, a very light shading tone, so like what's in right in here, you can see there's like a lighter or a darker color compared to what's here. And then I start adding the lights. I'm weird. I don't go dark and then stay with dark until I'm happy. I go to lights so I can see the whole picture, and then I go back to shading and I start adding a darker skin tone like in here or with purple. So that's how I work. I don't know if everybody has their own tactics and how they get things done. That's just how I do things. I find it easier. It makes more sense in my head in terms of color. So that's my process there. The next part would be to add the eyes, the hair, everything where there's purple and where I screwed up with the color to add over top of it to make it right. And so here you guys can see as well, right in here, I have my actual title, so I don't confuse myself. But especially my friends. My friends have like layer 1, layer 2, like they have like over 50 layers. How do you know what's on each layer? Like I would die, but I only have 4, so it would be manageable, but I still label them, so it's easier for me to work. It cuts your work time pretty much in half, and it just makes life easier. So I label everything. So as you can see here, there's the lining, eye and hair, skin, and blue. I know what those all mean. So now I'm going to make this visible. So as you guys can see here, I'll just clear that again. The hair covers up that purple. Same with the lips and the teeth. Everything is gone. Now I get rid of the blue, and then I'm ready to just get rid of it completely. In terms of blending, I've been getting a lot of questions about blending. I use this brush over here. So there's the normal brush palette. I use the mixer brush tool, and it does a really good job of mixing the colors. I also like to use the smudge tool, which is right here, for the hair, and to just blend colors, make them kind of just move into each other like a natural flowing movement. That's pretty much all I can really tell you guys on how I do things with color without the actual recording. I apologize. I don't know what happened. I pretty much cried for about 10 minutes because I lost everything. I even thought I lost my artwork, and I didn't. So that was good. But I didn't get to show you guys the making of pretty much with this. Hopefully you guys are okay with this type of video, and this wasn't completely a bust because I did really work hard on this. It took me about 6 hours to do, and then in a blink of an eye, it's gone. It sucks. But anyway, this is Ellen Degeneres as a hula dancer bobblehead. I was thinking of putting her on a dashboard, and if you guys saw the actual video, the recording, I did actually have a dashboard in here, but I got rid of it because I felt it was stronger without it. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to get moving on to the next doodle. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about Photoshop at all or any type of program, hit me up, give me a shout, and I'll try and answer the questions as best I can. If you like this video, don't forget to comment down below, hit the little like button up top, and subscribe for more. See you tomorrow. Actually, hopefully I'll have an actual doodle speed drawing for you tomorrow, and the following day as well, because this is my Doodle Week challenge. And I'm sorry you guys didn't get the actual videos before because something's going around YouTube. It's kind of like a bug type thing where nothing is being published. It takes about 2 hours before anything is published now. They're trying to fix the bugs. So bear with me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And until next time, guys, toodles.